Please welcome right off the top of the show, Carson Arthur,
Yay.
our awesome outdoors man. How you doing, baby?
I'm good.
Good.
Happy end of holidays.
Yes, I know. You know what? They were great, though, and a lot of us like to do it up big when it comes to the Christmas decor. So we're going to talk about taking some of that decor and extending it all the way until spring. But before we get there, I have something to admit. My decorations may or may not be still up. Listen, not the decorations. I took all the decorations off the tree, and I was really proud of myself. But the tree's still there.
Do you need a lumberjack to help you?
See, doesn't it look good in my living
Tracy.
room? What if I just left it up all year like that? Would that be acceptable?
That
That's
is
not
not a
acceptable.
houseplant, no.
Okay, all right. So I admitted this at our production meeting, and we thought, what a good opportunity to talk a little bit about hashtag CityLineReal, because we're all about keeping it real here on CityLine in 2015. So we want to know, what's your secret shame in your home? Is it an overflowing storage room? Huh? A pile of clutter that keeps getting bigger? A kitchen full of dirty dishes? I have one of those too. Share yours with us on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, and be sure to include the hashtag CityLineReal. Come on, confess something. Give me something.
Me?
Yeah, junk drawer. An awful garage.
You know, I'm so OCD. Everything's organized.
Everything?
Even my plaid shirts are organized in my closet. I know, that's sad, right? Is that my own sense of shame? Yeah, it's true.
Maybe that is.
yeah, I've got a few drawers full of things that nobody knows about. Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
All right. So listen, the wreath I did take off of my door, which I'm proud of.
Okay.
But you can extend the wreath into spring.
Well, it's true. And to set the premise of this, for the holidays, I did a really fantastic wreath with pine cones. My friend Kelly helped me do it. And people were like, oh my gosh, that's gorgeous on the door. And as soon as that came off the door looked so empty. So I had a CityLine fan email me saying, okay, now what? What's for spring? What's going on? So the trend right now for spring is seed pods. Okay. All very fresh, very soft, and you know, kind of feathery. And these are seed pods, believe it or not, that I got off the side of the highway.
Oh.
Yeah. They're fantastic. No, they were way up high.
Okay.
No road debris on these, Tracy, I promise. But these are the type of seed pods that people were incorporating into their wreaths. And this is a big trend in the UK right now. Huge.
It's natural, rustic. A lot of people trying to incorporate that into the decor. So
exactly.
This is big.
So this is one of them. The other big trend, artichokes.
Really?
Now, when you let artichokes dry out, they look brown like this, and they get a really cool architectural shape. Yeah. So I thought, okay, let's try and do some wreaths for the front door using seed pods and artichokes.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. First things first. The form of the wreath, round is always good.
Yeah.
I tried with styrofoam. It's too hard. Don't go with styrofoam shaping for your wreath because it's really hard to get the actual grasses in there without snapping them. Okay. So instead of the styrofoam, and we'll just put that somewhere around here. There's a good spot for it. Yep. I went with the grapevine.
Well, I like this better anyways. It looks more natural. If you have the styrofoam, you have to put a lot in to cover it up.
To hide it, right? So if you have empty spots, the grapevine really, you know, kind of looks like it belongs with part of it. Yeah. So I'm going to get you to just start working some of the grasses in around the grapevine. And then what you want to do is work in a circular pattern. So you're kind of going opposite. You did it the way I did first. Okay.
Is that wrong?
No, it's not wrong, but now come this way. Come at this end. Yeah? No, you're good. It's like this. And the reason you're going to go in reverse direction like this, sort of the way it feels opposite, is because you're going to hide the stems. So you're going to continue to hide the stems as you're building this little wreath.
So it's not wrong, it's just wrong.
It's just a harder way to do it, Tracy.
Right.
So as you're kind of working it around and you're really creating the shape, when I was doing this, I was like, okay, it's looking a little fall-ish because it's kind of very brown. Yeah. Now, that's great. Good start. So we kind of got the halfway through.
It looks like hair.
No? Yes, I may have had one of these on my head at one point. Then what you want to do is you want to work in some of the other details, exactly the same way you're doing it, filling the empty holes. So keep going with that around, sticking it in like that, exactly.
Right, a little bit of the dry
You're adding the texture to the wreath itself.
Now, is this stuff going to dry out as well over time, or is it going to stay fluffy like this?
It's pretty much dried out now. Most front doors are tucked in so they don't get a lot of water on them. If you get water, you probably don't want to do this. You want to do the artichoke instead. Okay. All right. Then, just to make sure it really feels like spring, work some of the spring flowers into it.
Oh, and this is the faux stuff. It looks great.
Forever Botanicals, Colin and Justin's favorite. It's true.
Forever.
Yeah, so if you can work that in, so you're going to work in little pops of color like that, and all of a sudden you're starting to have the wreath.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
That's all right.
And how long did that take? Yeah, but
sorry, I needed more time.
But look, as compared to mine, I mean, it's right there.
Oh, see, I get where you're going.
Yeah,
with
so you keep going with the pattern around, and you're going to have a fantastic wreath for your front door that costs you very, very little, and you've got the pop. Now let's talk about the artichokes, because they were really, really tricky.
I would like to see how you were going to fasten that into something like this.
Yeah, so all the experts said, oh, you wire them onto the wreath.
Okay.
And I'm like, that's just not going to work. So I cheated.
What'd you do?
Cheat is good. Do you recognize what these are?
No.
These are wire for shish kebabs.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, they're flexible wire for making shish kebabs. And I figured, well, why can't I just go like this and stick it through?
Smart.
And then I can start doing my artichokes.
Yeah.
You want to try one?
Yeah, sure.
There's a whole even started for you.
So are you going to use, what are you going to use as your base?
Nothing.
Or you're not?
Nothing at all.
You're just going to
So think about it like a necklace.
Into a circle.
Exactly. So I started building artichokes. Now this is obviously
a big necklace.
A really big necklace.
Yeah.
But you can start creating the shape of the wreath.
Yeah.
So you get a second wire going around. You can continue with the artichokes, which is, you know, the look that you're going for, but you're going to kind of come around like this.
Got it.
And then you're going to have a wreath of artichokes. Made with barbecue skewers.
Made with barbecue skewers.
Easy breezy.
That's using your head there, Carson.
Exactly. Well, it's all about finding good items and making them work for your house on your budget.
Because this is what happens after the holidays is you strip down all the decor and everything just looks very bare. So it is nice to come up with something that's either winter themed or looking forward to spring, because we all want to see spring.
And to be honest, when you take that tree down out of your own house, that corner is going to feel so empty.
I know.
So what I suggest is going and getting a house plant at that time.
Right.
It's a good time of the year to get it. It's going to look good.
I need something tall and long, or maybe just a butler. A butler could stand there.
Even better. I'll go stand
just
there.
with a.
I'll stand in your.
Yeah, could you do that?
I could fill a hole.
All right, Carson Arthur, everyone. Thank you.